Hello, welcome to another devotional thought from Fairview Lutheran Church. As we look at Zephaniah chapter 3, verses 7 and 8 today, where we hear about God's wrath and why it comes or why it will come when it will come. And maybe we can identify with this. You tell someone something for their own good and they don't listen. You give them the right answer and they always want to argue a different answer, and they have as a professor of mine used to say in high school, the yeah buts. And they always want to have a yeah but the reason is, or the yeah but this is the other possibility, and you keep saying no, it's not. And it's frustrating because you're trying to show them right. You're trying to show them the correct answer, and they keep pushing up against it. Maybe it's just frustrating. Maybe it does bring you to a point of anger. But I hear from God's word in Zephaniah that that's one of the things that is frustrating about us as human beings. That God has given us the right answer. He gave the right answer to Adam and Eve in the garden. Don't eat of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. But they did. He gave the right answer to the people of Israel as they wandered in the desert, and he gave them the law. But they didn't listen to it. He gives us the right answer in that the Messiah has come. His name is Jesus Christ. He lived, died, and he rose. And yet many people disregard that and they don't care. And so we go about living our lives ignoring the answers. We go about living our lives continuing in our own behavior, much like the time of the flood, where we do whatever it is that pleases us. And that's what brings about God's anger. You would think we would listen, but we don't. Not always. Hear the words of Zephaniah chapter 3 as we hear about what it brings about God's wrath. I said to the city, surely you will fear me and accept correction. Then her dwelling would not be cut off, nor all my punishments come upon her. But they were still eager to act corruptly in all they did. Therefore wait for me, declares the Lord, for the day I will stand up to testify. I have decided to assemble the nations, to gather the kingdoms, and to pour out my wrath on them, all my fierce anger. The whole world will be consumed by the fire of my jealous anger. We don't look forward to the day of God pouring out his wrath on anybody. But because we know the right answer, Jesus Christ, we need not fear it. But because we know the day is coming, let us be directed as God has us to share that message with the world so they might hear it and that we all might stop our corrupt ways. May God bless the rest of your week.